Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate it. This is the daily forecast for originally intended for Friday, the 24th of June. It's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a different date, just utilize it when you're seeing it. If it makes sense, great. Roll with it. Go with it. Use it. Don't worry about the date. That goes for any of my videos, really. I believe the message is find us when they're supposed to. So, but for those of you that watch regularly, we're just building upon the Sunday reading, which is going to populate in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video. So that's the underpinning energy of what's going on in the background. If you want to check out that video, you certainly can at the end of this one. And it gives you an idea of what I'm referencing back to. Please read the drop-down menu if you're new to me so that you know and have awareness of like how to get a hold of me for private reading, things and ways to support the channel, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel. Please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to me, and share the video out. Leave a question or comment. All of that stuff greatly helps. It lets me know you're out there, that you're enjoying the content. For those of you that do watch, thank you so very much for your viewership. I really appreciate it. This has been 3 or 4 years in the making, and it's still a small clan of dedicated folks, and I really enjoy your company and your support in my endeavors with this. Thank you. All right, so let's get into this and see what we've got going on. Okay, so our card for the day is that Five of Pentacles is back. I don't know why I'm still getting this vibe of like mending a broken heart with this card. It's like that pentacle that's broken in the center here to me feels, and I'm going to say this again, it feels like it's not breaking apart. It feels like it's coming back together after a break. For some of you, this is definitely a setback. I mean, this card is indicated by situations that are sort of outside of our control, or at least we think they're outside of our control, right? They feel bigger than us. I'm going to say that because everything, you know, if you believe in the laws of attraction and our connection to the universe, essentially we have a say in that at the level of spirit, or at least that's the belief, you know, with co-creation of spirit and all of that stuff. So to a certain degree, setbacks are ultimately in a certain framing, right? They can be teaching lessons, they can be growth, they can be awareness, they can show us how strong we are. But in the moment when we're in them, they're painful, they're sad, they're upsetting, they're uncomfortable, right? So some of you guys might be feeling that aspect of this card currently. Again, we have this pink ribbon, which I think we saw it in the Eight of Cups. It seems to be, and we've seen this card again this earlier in this week too. What day was it? It was just on Tuesday. So this pink ribbon of like sort of love, compassion, kindness, heart chakra energy is running through this week, I feel like. I feel like maybe we need to be listening to it. I know that sounds weird, but it just feels like it's trying to grab our attention and let us know that everything's going to be okay, because we keep seeing it in these, even though it's Pentacles and Cups, two different suits, we keep seeing it. And that's part of it too, is that we see it in these two different suits, in these sort of setbacks or emotionally sort of painful cards, right? Pentacles is about more material stuff. We might be losing something physical in our world or feeling set back in our world physically, but it's not permanent. Fives are always about change, right? It's about sort of, in a way, a small metamorphosis that takes place. The transformation, you know, some could see it a little bit like, say, the bigger major arcana card of death, right? Where, you know, and we're seeing that a lot with the world. It's all about new chapters beginning, but with the world, you also kind of have to complete the chapter that you're in. And that might be some of what we're looking at here with this Five of Pentacles, is looking at the setbacks that we've dealt with or that we are currently dealing with, looking at the losses that we've taken along the way. But I do feel a distinct mending with this card that we may be working on this week. Or we may want to be grounding in or making very physically real to ourselves. That would be the energy of Pentacles. If that means even like caring for our body a little bit more as we feel things more emotionally, do that today, right? Be conscious of that. Be aware of that. How can I better I get this sense of healing, which is not necessarily associated with the Five of Pentacles, but I'm going to say that this card is trying to tell us that we too can kind of allow the setback and still be okay, still like sort of move through it and change through it and mend from it, if that makes sense. So if there's past pain that is coming up, or, even current uncomfortable situations that might be coming up that we feel like, shit, I don't want this happening, or what am I supposed to do? There is, first off, I'm going to say it's transitory. It's the 5. Second off, it's there's an opportunity here, I feel like, for healing. This specific card makes me feel like the sand dollar wants to come back together at some point, and it needs that like ribbon of compassion, that love, that focus, that attention to do so. And so give yourself that during this time of transition, or during this time of if it's maybe feeling like discord for you, bring yourself, like, how do I want to say this? Like, ground yourself and be as steady as you can through the change, through the discord, but be also compassionate to yourself and others as best you can. You will get through this, is my feeling. So, Spirit Animal Oracle is Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Card number 24, which is a 6. We've seen this guy a couple of times this month too. 6s are about balance. I like how we have the transition from the 5 to the 6, right? So, and this electric eel, he's water, right? Hold on, I'm going to go kill the dogs because they're just like tearing stuff up this morning. You guys, this is ridiculous. This is not WWF. She has a heart murmur. If you guys make her have a heart attack, I'm going to have a heart attack. Do you understand? Can we bring the energy down and not tear up the house? I appreciate it. So, Electric Eel Spirit. Oh, God. There they go. Oh, they are like just on one this morning. They got me up at 5 in the morning. Okay. Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. I like the transition from the 5 to the 6. It does say that we're moving towards a more balanced feeling, potentially emotionally too, just because Electric Eel is going to be a water animal, right? So that brings us into our emotions. Pentacles and cups or water are very complementary to one another, right? So I like that too. I also like the slipperiness of the electric eel. He can bend and mix and move in different directions and stuff and adapt in ways that may help us through this transitionary time of this 5 of Pentacles, or working our way through maybe the physical pain or the emotional pain around setbacks of the past or of the present, right? Let me read you Electric Eel Spirit. I kind of forget his story, but let's see. I like that he shows up a couple of times this month too, because it keeps saying bring your ideas to life, and there's a lot of new beginning feeling, especially seeing that World card twice this week. So, Oracle message. Seemingly out of nowhere, a jolt of electric eel spirit appears to awaken you to a big idea that you are meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now, so celebrate. Your life has the potential for profound transformation. What did I say? This is similar to a small death card or that transformative stuff. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you so that you can't wait to get started bringing your idea to life. The revelations you experience now are meant to set you on a new path. So do not be afraid to act. Explore, examine, and do not fear the changes that may come. For Spirit wants to shower you with the love, success, and abundance that you hope to experience. Now is a thrilling time of epiphanies, inspired ideas, and innovation. This is a wondrous sign for you today. Protection message. Now, this is if it's inverted, guys. So I'm going to say this. If you're feeling more of that, hi, good morning. Hi, Chavis. If you're feeling more of that, discord in the present moment and it's a little bit more uncomfortable for you, this message, this protection message may work more for you. Go ahead and use it as you wish. Okay, ideas need to percolate as they rarely download in detailed form. Have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you couldn't see where it might lead you? Have you rushed to follow the muse without taking time to contemplate the meaning of your aha moment? Perhaps your dream will take a different form than you first imagined, morphing into something else that is even better. Spirit's plans are often hard to discern, but so much more satisfying once they've taken over from your own predetermination. Maybe your big idea is taking more time to shape than you expected. Have you considered that you are meant to learn something in the process of bringing it into being? Commit to transformation and to learning any lessons this new venture will bring, and soon you will see that your aha was even more valuable than you realized when you first felt it electrify you. Now, when I'm thinking about aha and electrifying, like situations, we can be set back and electrified through the setback, right? And the aha moment maybe is coming to us as we mend our pentacle. So keep that in mind for those of you that are feeling a little bit more like you might be having a rougher time right now. I mean, I might be in that side of the reading. So if you're over here with me, you know, let's enjoy the ride together, so to speak. There's nothing wrong with, what do I want to say? Like, I'm getting emotional. There's nothing wrong with sort of facing our fears, looking at setbacks, sitting with maybe the pain and acknowledging it for at least a while, to not allow it to sort of drive us to do things or make decisions out of fear. Does that make sense? And so be aware of that too as you're going through this process. Be gentle with yourself too. Let's go to the grounding stones. Okay. And the grounding stone is trust. Yesterday we saw angel, which is relying on spirit to me pretty much. And the day before was faith, right? And we have believe. I mean, trust, faith, and believe all showing up in the same week. And remember that the grounding stone underneath this is sharing. So like, we want to remain as open as we can during this time, even if big transitions are happening, even if we're changing, even if like, we're facing stuff that we haven't wanted to look at or that we're afraid to look at. You got to trust, have faith, and believe in your own self, in your own guides, in your own higher self, right? In your own intuition, in your own physical experience, in all the setbacks and all the stuff that you've been through. If you look back and you really look at it and maybe, somewhat detach emotionally and then look at it from a perspective of, wow, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't have arrived here. Then it starts to take a different perspective in a way. I don't know if that helps, but that is your forecast. Trust in what you're going through and how you're carrying yourself through there. Keep that pink ribbon of compassion and heart-centered love on yourself today, or whomever you might be dealing with that may be feeling this Five of Pentacles energy. It could be somebody outside of you too. For those of you watching that are like, on cloud nine and none of this really makes sense for you. And then that gives a whole new meaning to that electric eel spirit. Like, ride that out and enjoy that. That is your forecast for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, please, please subscribe, share the video out, leave me a question or comment. You can check out my Patreon and support me there if you want to see the daily reading a day early to get a little heads up on the forecast. You can always book a private reading. I will be kind of unavailable the next few days, but readings will still be going on here on the channel. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I wish you well. Take care.